Yeah, we got you, man.
All right, great. Yeah, so I just wanted to, first of all, thank all the volunteers, both on the board and at the fire departments. It's, obviously an important part of any community. So I just thank you for the time that each of you commits to serving your community. And my comments tonight stem from my own community service. I'm the vice president of Brooklyn Little League, and I just served a year as the treasurer. Which is kind of what I wanted to dive into a little bit with my comments tonight. So, um, I'll preface this with saying I'm not making any types of negative accusations about anybody. That's not where this is coming from. But I do want to, I guess, put a plug in for or emphasize how important financial transparency is with any public organization. Um, with Brooklyn Little League, we spent over $70,000 last year, and every penny was accounted for, including, all of the money we raised through our sponsorships and our fundraisers and our concession stand. We had a full accounting each month of all the money we raised. That was published online. Anybody in the world can go online and see each line item for the entire year, all the money we spent, and all of our revenue as well. So, I just want to say that I think it's important for, like I said, any public organization to have that financial transparency and accountability. I don't know all the ins and outs of how each of the fire departments operates, but I'm hoping that there's some kind of audit each year to account for all of the, like I said, the revenue and the expenditures, especially when we have organizations that mingle, dollars from fundraising and public money from taxpayers. I think it's really important that the public has awareness of how much money is being raised through the fundraisers, how much money is being given to the departments by the town, and how the departments are spending every one of those dollars. And that's, like, in my opinion, a bare minimum. So, like I said, I don't know, maybe that's happening, maybe it's not, but I just want to emphasize how important I think that is. I think I hit all my high points there. But yeah, those are my comments. I appreciate your time. Like I said, thank you for volunteering, and I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your service across multiple fronts as well.
Thank you.
Harry.
Hi, everybody. Just to echo what Mike was saying, I want to thank all of you for your service. I want to congratulate Austin on his reelection. The kind of what I want to bring up, which I brought up at the very first fire commissioners meeting that I ever attended, was if we're giving, I think we should do it even if we're not giving tax benefits to the volunteers, background checks. If that is, I know that there was talk about doing background checks with the same company that was doing it for the teachers in the schools. I'm not sure if that ever happened or not, but I would definitely say that moving forward should go into the SOGs and kind of will help us hold everybody to the highest possible standard so that our fire volunteers are kind of beyond reproach. Secondary to that, I think it is a great idea to have both a code of conduct and a social media policy for volunteers. I think it will definitely remove some of the risk or liability of things being taken in the wrong way and used against the departments. And those are like very standard things that happen in the world. Because I do think it's important to have, our volunteers be held to a higher standard than your regular private citizen. And as far as the background checks, really instilling confidence in the community, that we have the best possible people, the safest possible people to be responding when, some of these emergencies, you're in very vulnerable positions. So those are the two main things that I wanted to bring up. I want to thank Dave and Mike and the rest of the board for that matter, but specifically those two for really spearheading the efforts for more financial transparency. I definitely would love to see that continue, because I think if we're moving towards merging the two departments together, we're going to need to know really exactly what those resources look like, not only from what the money that we are bringing in from the town, but also what donations and fundraisers can contribute to the fire service that we're offering in town. I think, the last thing is I know that the fire lane was not on the agenda tonight, that it's going to the Board of Selectmen, but I would still really encourage you to do whatever you guys can to solidify that fire lane ordinance, and to also really engage with the fire marshal to have some accountability on that side. With that, I thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Carrie. Carrie said that I just said
You don't have to.
anybody with a medical license can't have a felony. We're vetted through the state.
Any other public comment?
I'm sorry, but like vetting through the state is different than a formal background check. Vetting through the state is like they just you fill out the form, and if they find that something is not right, then you can be, punished, not punished, but like for that. But I don't know that there are official professional background checks.